South Korea to participate in US and Australian joint naval exercises. South Korea on Monday confirmed it will for the first time take part in a major US-Australian joint military exercise next month that is widely seen as being aimed at countering an increasingly assertive China. The Talisman Sabre War Games, considered a key symbol of the country's alliance, will take place in July, but will be roughly half the usual size due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is the largest bilateral training activity between the US and Australia and happens every 2 years. About 17,000 personnel will take part in the exercise, with 2,000 foreign forces entering Australia and undergoing a 14-day quarantine, Australian military authorities said. South Korea's Navy will send about 200 troops and a 4,400-ton class destroyer to the Talisman Sabre exercise. We will take part in the exercise this year, for the first time in history, with a goal to improve our capabilities of conducting combined operations, spokesman Boo Soon-chan told journalists. South Korea took part as an observer in the 2019 exercise. Personnel from New Zealand, Canada, the UK and Japan will also participate, while France, India and Indonesia will serve as observer nations. Officially, Exercise Talisman Sabre is not focused on any one country, but it is viewed in the defense establishment as sending a strong message to China. A South Korean Defense Ministry spokesman, however, would not comment on that. Our position, about the exercise's nature, is clear. It is not aimed at a specific country and we are taking part in the exercise in order to bolster capabilities of carrying out combined operations, he said. Choi Kong, vice president of the Asan Institute for Policy Studies, said Seoul's participation in the exercise was likely to raise some eyebrows in Beijing. But Choi added that China's response would probably be tame. Unlike when it hit South Korea with economic retaliation in 2017 when Seoul allowed the deployment of a highly sophisticated U.S. missile defense system, seen as a direct threat by China. Those measures sparked widespread anti-China sentiment among many South Koreans. China does not want to alienate South Korea further, Choi told This Week in Asia. South Korea's participation came after President Moon Jae-in and U.S. President Joe Biden last month issued a joint statement saying that the two allies oppose all activities against the rules-based international order, and commit to maintaining an inclusive, free, and open Indo-Pacific. They also pledged to maintain freedom of navigation and overflight in the South China Sea and beyond, and emphasized the importance of preserving peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan was raised for the first time during a U.S.-South Korea summit. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian relayed his government's concern about the joint statement, stressing Taiwan as purely an internal affair and warning against infringement on sovereign matters by outside forces. Zhao also argued that every country enjoys the freedom of navigation under international law and thus there is no cause for conflict regarding the issue. In response, a presidential Blue House representative said Seoul is aware of the special relations between China and Taiwan. It only wanted to express its stance that stability of the region is also important for South Korea in general terms, according to South Korea's state-financed KBS-TV. The official also said there is no change in the government's stance that it aims to pursue a harmonious, strategic partnership with China, based on the solid alliance between South Korea and the U.S.